Hey there, good morning. I'm John. Today is Wednesday, January 17th, 2024. My daughter's birthday, by the way. Welcome to my daily stand-up, my regular vlog where I talk about what I've been doing and what I'm doing next and how I'm doing, working on trying to make content creation a full-time thing. So let's start with yesterday. I guess health update. As someone rightfully said, it's con crud, even though CES is not a con, it's a show. And yeah, my con crud from CES is still lingering a bit. It's moved from my sinuses down a little bit into my throat a little bit, made me a little wheezy, but I still feel fine. It's just like a sinus thing. It's all. Like I don't feel, it's not COVID-y or anything like that where you're, exhausted. It's just like, quit coughing. That's all. I was stop scratching my throat and coughing. That's all. I feel fine. It's irritating mostly. And it gets better in the day, and then overnight it gets bad again, I think, as I lay there and breathe in the dry air from the fan. Anyway, health update is an exaggeration. My scratchy throat's not gone, that's all. Let's talk about yesterday, of course, which is what I started to do. So yesterday morning was podcast edit day. More than almost 24 people showed up over the course of the couple hours I was editing. Many of you popped in just to renew your Prime sub. Even more of you popped in to say hello, to chat a little bit. That was awesome. That I got that a little bit pre-edited for Monday, you might remember. So we got it all done by noon. And it's all about Van Halen's 1984, their album from 1984, oddly enough. Got all the music tracks inserted and everything, and I think it sounded really good. So that'll be coming out tomorrow. It's actually all done, ready to publish. Everything is finished. I got it all uploaded and tagged, so that's done. Then I continued in the afternoon to, I didn't know when I could write and edit and get out another piece of content, but one I wanted to talk about was the 400 Mini, which is an Atari 8-bit home computer shrunk down to one of those tiny little plug-and-play gadgets. So, look, I wanted to do that one for me, and I guess we'll talk more about this at the end. I wanted to do that video for me because I'm excited about the 400 Mini. And I'm like, let's do a video to put out a feeler, because I don't have it yet. All I can do is say, it's coming. Thanks for watching, right? So I wanted to do it as an editorial, why I'm excited that it's coming. Why this thing coming out is such good news. And many people I'd seen just say, this unknown or little known home computer, and made me mad. I'm like, this is an awesome home computer. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll knock it out yesterday and get it done for me. I mean, that's not to say I half-assed it, but I mean, I didn't put tons of time into it. I got it done between 1 and 5:30, so it took about 4.5 hours total to create, shoot, edit, write, everything, that video. That video is currently my number one of the last 10. Overnight, 7,800 views, 57 subscribers just off that one video, tons of engagement. The comments are just off the charts of, excuse me, it's like, man, I love this computer, I can't wait for more coverage on this computer, and I'm like, yeah, that's fantastic. Sorry, I heard a noise and nobody else is home, so it must be a cat. Sorry, that's why it freaked me out. That's fantastic. That I'm like, well, this is great news because I want to cover it. I want to talk more about it. I don't want to use it as just a one-off. Here I reviewed the thing. There's a lot of stuff I think is going to be cool about that. Oh, sorry, getting my throat. Sorry. Better. Anyway, that video did phenomenal. I'm so happy that it did, which led into some stats yesterday. So across the board, stats have been fine. We're above our 10,000 views a day, still hovering at 16,000. Still 53 subscribers a day, above my 50. With the good performance of the one yesterday, I expect that might start rising a little bit as it settles into the averages. That's the good thing for my brain about using the 7-day average as my new benchmark, because then if I have a down day, I'm not so in the dumps. If I have an up day, I don't get so elated that I feel bad when it comes back down. I'm looking at a rolling 7-day average, and that's really good for me mentally and emotionally, so I'm glad that I'm doing that. Even because yesterday was so good with that one video, but it's just one video, and it's just one day. Look in the long term. So, good stuff yesterday. And that did put us over, we're almost there yesterday, a new milestone, almost a second one, 44,280 something. So, I would expect the 44.3 will come later today. So let's talk about today then. So a couple things I need to do. First and foremost, I put off twice because of not feeling well and other stuff, getting the next Celebrating Yesteryear done for Retro Days. That's first today. I'm going to get that finished. I feel bad that I didn't get that done when I anticipated, especially being out for a week. So I'll get that done today and get that sent off to them. Also, I'll then begin to write and capture for a next long form video. Still have a huge backlog, probably almost a dozen or so shorts that I can still publish. So maybe next week or so I'll have to create a new batch of those. But right now, I have plenty of those. I have the next long form in mind. And so I have today, Thursday and Friday. I hope to get my next one out by Friday or Saturday, next long form. So my general target is 2 long form videos per week. I can do more than that, that's great, but that's a good target. And because I got one out yesterday and it did so well, I have to rethink whether I'm going to go straight into my next 400 mini Atari 8-bit video since that one did so well, or am I going to kind of seesaw it and go with another one I had in mind. Or I don't know. I have to think a little bit, but that's what writing and planning is about. Look at the trends. Look how ready I am. Can I get that one done in 2 days? So before I go, then I just want to talk a little bit about. We've talked about this before, but not a lot recently. About just going with my gut, and you know, it's a little. It'd be easy to just follow the trends that work with your gut and go, my gut is right. But you know, regularly I'm finding that when I just follow something I'm passionate about, A, it tends to do well, like this 400 mini, and 2, I get comments in the viewer comments of people like they recognize that, and that's actually a component of the video that they seem to appreciate, which is, man, I love seeing your enthusiasm for the Atari 8-bit. I love it as much as you do, kind of thing. And first, that's not fake, right? I'm always genuinely enthusiastic about things that I'm a fan of, right? I've never been a passive fan of anything. Whatever it is I'm currently into, I'm gonna go into whole hog. See YouTube channel, right? So, doing that was another reinforcement, like we've talked in the past, when I, gut instinct to do a video about some news article, some editorial, gut instinct to, not review this thing or talk about that thing, stuff like that, or to find an angle that makes sense. And it's that thing. The video yesterday was a real, what's the word? Some kind of, it's something as adjective for boost. It's a type of boost. Not that you've heard of it before. I'm trying to think of a good word for it. Morale boost, something like a morale boost for me. It's a reinforcement, a reassertion to my mind that yes, when you follow that thing that's passionate, it will pay off. Don't second guess yourself, or if you do, don't third guess yourself. Like it's good to think it through. But I'm so happy that video did well, because if it continues, if there's an enthusiasm following it, it opens up a whole other avenue of, I've been very hyper focused on what works, which is Atari 2600 coverage and things around it. And arcade games, of course. The arcade games are kind of like the big boy adult thing, and the 2600 is like the home kid thing. And there's this whole window in the middle that I love, that every time I've done a video about anything Atari 8-bit, it just kind of flopped. But this one, just as I'd hoped, it will encourage people to go and explore that system that I loved if they never saw it. I think that system coming out later in March might also help to open up an avenue of me being able to spend more time talking about the Atari 8-bit computer line and its competitors, the C64 and TI and things like that, because I also love that just as much as I love old Atari stuff. Yeah, a morale boost, an encouragement. It kind of opened up this door of like, oh, there's a whole other avenue, a whole other category of video potential ideas that I could cover. There are thousands of titles, and not just games, right? So, programming software and productivity stuff that I think could be interesting to cover and look at. This is not to say that I'm shifting the focus of anything. It's to say I'm going to start sprinkling in more of that, see if it continues, because if it does, the avenue is it's just gone from 2 lanes to 4 lanes. The traffic should relax and should be easier to find topics. So. That's what I find when I pay attention to stats and watch what it's doing and remember and log all my hours and time. That kind of results in me being able to have a good focus of what's coming ahead. So That's enough of me rambling for today. I'm excited about that video. I'm excited about that product coming out. That's cool. And I'm glad more people than me are too. So, hey, thank you so much for stopping in to check out today's vlog. If you did, I'm so grateful to have all you new people here. I see more and more subscribers coming in. I'm guessing it's off the piggyback off of CES or whatever, but whatever it is that brought you here, I'm happy to have more engaged people here to follow me along with this project and to be part of my support system and to call me on my BS and tell me what you think I'm doing wrong and right. I like all that stuff. So, and if you're here every day and have been all along, I love you for that. Thank you so much for being here. Please have a great Wednesday. Remember to do something good for yourself. You deserve it. And I'll talk to you again next day. Bye-bye.